Morning, all of you. Today we are going to start class 7th s.st. part Geography, chapter number 8, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife, part 2. So, student, in the previous chapter, on the previous video, I had explained about the different vegetation as well as the different heat zones. On that basis, the name which is given and the division of the forest. So in the previous video, I had explained about you the tropical or the torrid zone forest. Now in this video, I will explain about the temperate zone forest and its features. Now begin with the temperate evergreen forest. Now the location of the temperate evergreen forest is almost eastern margins of the continents. So look at the names of the continents like South China, Southeastern Brazil. So these are the nations where the eastern margins have these kind of forest is found. East coast of South Africa, East Australia, southeastern USA and Uruguay. So these are the nations where the temperate evergreen forest is found. So this region is face the climatic conditions like warm summer and cool winter. So they have warm summer and cool winter, and the temperature is varies from 30 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. So this is the average temperature that faces the winter is very cool and the summer is warm. The precipitation, the rainfall here is about 75 to 150 centimeter and is distributed evenly throughout the year. So basically this rainfall is distributed evenly, means the whole year get the some amount of rainfall. Now we have to see also the vegetation which is found over here, that is uh, the temperate evergreen forest are the mixed forest, means it has the hardwood as well as the softwood. Most of them, the softwoods are coniferous trees. So coniferous trees are what? Those trees which are found on the higher altitudes. There are some trees like oak, acacia, pine, walnuts, wattle, eucalyptus, and camphor. So there are so many vegetation or the trees are also found in these regions which are very valuable. There are many animals or wildlife reasons like deer, antelope, bears, wolves, foxes, etc. These all are found in the temperate evergreen forest. So because of the climatic condition and the vegetation which is found over there, the animals or the wildlife is also existed on the basis of those temperature, climatic condition as well as the vegetation. Now these are some of the reasons where the temperate evergreen forest it found, and this is the example of pine and wattle. The giant panda which is found in these regions is almost also common. Antelope. Now moving towards the next, that is the temperate deciduous forest. So some temperate deciduous forest is the forest which is also found in the temperate region, that is the tropic of Cancer up to the tropic of uh, up to the Arctic Circle, and in the southern hemisphere from tropic of Capricorn to tropic Arctic Circle of Antarctic. So this is the reason where the temperate deciduous forest is found. So what is deciduous? I had explained already. The deciduous is what? It is those type of trees or forest where the trees they shed their leaves for a particular period of time on the requirement of the for the lessen the requirement of water. So for that purpose, the temperate deciduous forest we have to understand. Look at the location of temperate deciduous forest. The warm temperate deciduous forests are found along the eastern and western margin of the continent, with the main areas. So these kind of forests, the temperate deciduous forest is found in the both regions. It both margins, whether it is the eastern margin or the western margin, like Japan, North and South Korea, northeastern China, southern Chile, New Zealand, and northeastern USA. So these are the regions where the temperate deciduous forests are found. Now look at the climatic condition of the temperate deciduous forest. These forests have cool temperate climate with warm summer. So what is this? They have the cool climate as well as the warm summer and cold winter. Basically they have the cold winter as well. And the average temperature is about 20 degrees Celsius. So the temperature of the temperate deciduous forest is about 20 degrees Celsius, and the rainfall here occurs, it's about 70 to 80 centimeter throughout the year. Now look at this vegetation which is found in the temperate deciduous. The deciduous forest see four distinct seasons. So the temperate deciduous forest um, faces the all four seasons like spring, summer, autumn, and winter. In autumn, the color of the leaves on trees changes. So during the autumn season, the leaves of the trees, its color get changes. During the winter, which is usually dry, the trees of these forests lost their tree leaves and almost bare. So during the winter, the temperate deciduous forest, the trees which is found in temperate deciduous forest, they shed their leaves and they become bare. So that is why these forests or these trees are considered as deciduous for trees or deciduous forest. Examples are oak, ash, beech, maple, chestnut, cherry, walnut, and sweet gum. These are the example of trees found here. Shrubs are also found in these regions like rhododendrons, huckleberries. So these are some of the vegetations which is found in the temperate deciduous forest. Now look at the region where the temperate deciduous forest is found. Now you can understand that these are the areas where the eastern and western margins they are found in the several continents. See, there are some of example: oak, ash, cedar, redwood, Douglas fir, maple, beech, birch. So these are the vegetation which is found in these regions. Now, the animals like squirrel, woodpecker, hedgehog, raccoon, fox, rabbit. These are some of the animals which is found in these regions. Now, the favorable climate has resulted in extensive settlement along these regions, necessitating the clearance of land for agriculture. This led to large scale depletion of forest. So basically, the climatic condition over the areas which has been surrounded by the temperate deciduous forest is very suitable for the survival. So because of that only, the clearance of forest was is practiced a lot, and so many areas were cleared for the settlement purposes. People were started settling down in these areas. And look at the wildlife which is found in the temperate deciduous forest are like wolf, puma, brown bear, fox, lynx, deer, wild horse, rabbit, shrew, stoat, red and grey squirrel, marten, woodchuck, whistle, chipmunk, etc. So these are some of the wildlife which is also found in the region of temperate deciduous forest. Now moving toward the next topic, that is the Mediterranean forest, and the location of this forest is uh, the latitude between 30 to 45 degree in northern and southern hemisphere. So Mediterranean sea, forest is also found near the areas where the Mediterranean Sea is appear in southern Europe, northern Africa, western Asia, California, southwest Africa, southwest Australia, and central Chile. So these are the regions where the Mediterranean forest is found, and it's near the location where the Mediterranean Sea is found. The climate of the Mediterranean forest is warm to hot, dry summers, and mild to cool, wet winters. Basically, the temperature or the climate of the Mediterranean Sea is warm and dry, and the winter is very mild. The winter temperature is usually between 30 to 65 degree, and summer months are all average above the 50 degrees Celsius. So there you can see the temperature is so high during the winter season and the summer season both. So because of the temperature only, the vegetation is found as very less, and this is the reason where no rainfall during the summer. Only during the winter season some rainfall occurs. It is also very less in these regions. The vegetation which is found in these regions are trees and shrubs that grow and adopted the Mediterranean climate, and because of the dry summers and mild wet winters, they have adopted according to the climatic condition, and they grow accordingly to that. See, look at the regions where the Mediterranean Sea is found on the world map. There you can notice the regions of the Mediterranean forest is very less, and it is the area which is covered by them, it is also very less. Now some of the animals which is found in the Mediterranean forest are the Spanish imperial eagle, the rabbit, toad, chameleon. So there are other animals which is found in these regions. Some of the forest picture you can some of the trees picture you can see myrtle, plums. So these are the examples of the vegetation which is found in these regions. To adopt to the summer drought, the vegetation is drought resistant. So basically, when during the summer time the temperature is about average, it's 50 degrees Celsius. So you can imagine the temperature during the summer is very high, and because of that only the trees which is found in those regions, they have adopted that climatic condition, and accordingly they grow. The trees are very short and widely spaced, so they are not dense, they are wide, and they are short as well. Most of the trees exhibit the small waxy leaves and thick bark to prevent the loss of moisture. So because of the waxy leaves and the thick bark, the bark is so thick so that they can absorb the moisture, and this also helps them to prevent the loss of moisture. Means this, because of the thick bark, the moisture which is in the trees or the plants, the moisture will uh, remain with the trees, and they do not need the excess water or the excess moisture. So because of the waxy leaves and thick barks, this helps them to prevent uh, for the loss of moisture, because those areas were not full of water because of the temperature and all. So these trees have the long root especially, which goes deep under the soil in search of moisture. So if it is uh, if the moisture is not there, if the water is not there, so what happens? The roots of those plants will definitely go under the soil in search of water basically. Examples are oak, fig, pine, olive, laurel, cypress, myrtle, oranges, lemon, grapes, etc. So these are some of the plants which is found in the Mediterranean forest. And the wildlife which is found over here: the wild goat, rabbit, wolf, wild boar, reptile, insect, eagle, vulture, etc. So these are the wildlife which is found in the Mediterranean forest. So the because of less vegetation, the minimum amount of wildlife is found in these regions. So these are some of the uh, animals these are some of the animals and the vegetation which is found in the Mediterranean region. So in this video you have read about the temperate evergreen forest, temperate deciduous forest, and Mediterranean forest. So beginning with the temperate evergreen forest, which is the part of temperate region from Tropic of Cancer to Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere, and from Tropic of Capricorn to Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. So, as I explained that the temperate evergreen is what the trees of those forests does not shed their leaves together. They remain green for the whole year, but the temperate evergreen forest is a mixture of softwood and hardwood. Hardwood is used for the various purposes for the construction, and the softwood is used um, for the sports goods and the other materials for the small furnitures. So, the temperate evergreen is a mixture of softwood and hardwood, uh, whereas the temperate deciduous forest have the uh, deciduous kind of features where the trees shed their leaves for the fixed period of time to lessen the use of water. So this is the temperate evergreen and temperate deciduous forest. Now in the next video we will read about the next vegetation, that is the grassland, and the temperate coniferous forest, that is the taiga forest, in the next video. And what you have to do is that you have to write the name of trees which is found in the Mediterranean region in your copy. Thank you, students.